Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision. And what an end to the week we had last week. So we saw CPI numbers out of the US coming in softer than expected, and we had a rally pretty much everywhere in the market. And there is this hope that now that we have one soft reading of CPI, then we could see a pivot from the Fed in its tightening of its monetary policy. But we do need to remember that August had a softer reading, and it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going toward a different behavior or a different monetary policy right this minute. So we need to be a bit more careful when we see these big economic news that tend to move and shake the market quite widely. But what it does do from a technical perspective is break key levels of support and resistance. So today I want to take a look at three markets. I want to take a look at an index, a forex, and a crypto market, and take a look at the different levels and potential trading opportunities around them. So I want to start with the ASX 200 because this one looked quite nice and bullish and broke key levels as well. So this is the daily chart, and as we can see, the daily chart is in an uptrend, clear series of higher highs and higher lows, moving averages 10, 20, 50 all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend, and nice convergence here on the momentum indicators. Now with this break of these strong levels, we actually broke through the level of in and around 7,000, so also a round number. And not only we broke that level, which we could see was a stronghold for the sellers before, we took out another level over here around the 7,130. The reason why this level is important, because what it means from a weekly point of view and from a monthly point of view is that we actually broke the downtrend. So on the ASX, we had equal lows over here, and now we're making a higher high. So that looks a bit more bullish. So my plan for this market is actually looking for a pullback to release some of this very strong buying pressure. I'm looking for a pullback into the averages, into the buy zone, any kind of signs that tell me that the pullback is over, a bullish rejection candle of this strong level, and I'll be looking for a continuation of this move. Keeping in mind the next level of support and resistance is a bit higher, around the 7280. Over here we can see it on the weekly chart, and that is the previous swing high. So that's my plan for the ASX. Let's move into euro dollar. Now again, I'm looking at strong levels of support and resistance, and that the big move on Thursday rally broke through them. And on euro dollar, I'm looking around the level of 1.01, approximately around that area. We can see these previous touches. We had a touch here and another touch here, and we broke through it and continue to trade higher. So technically, I am looking for a pullback into this level, test this level from above, and I'm looking for a continuation. It's pretty much the same story. And if I'm drawing the Fibonacci retracement from the low all the way to the top, we can see that that level is also clustering quite nicely with a 61.8% retracement. We're also back into an uptrend on the daily chart with moving averages fanning and in the correct order for an uptrend, and nice convergence here on the momentum indicators. Now, the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about from this potential setup is the fact that until now, or we haven't yet broke this previous high. So we could potentially break above it, which by then I will redraw the Fibonacci retracement, and I would like that to happen because I would like to see signs that the buyers have more power and they can overtake this previous swing high. So we touched it pretty close, quite close, but not enough. We haven't really broke the high, and I'd like to see this high broken before that pullback, because otherwise this would look like a resistance level that the buyers could have not taken through. So if we'll take a look at the weekly chart, we can see the significance of that level, and that is the previous swing high over here, and also the touches around this area as well before we broke to a lower low. So I expect a bit of fight around that level. So for a potential opportunity, I would love to see the market taking on that level first before pulling back, and then I'll be looking for a rejection of that level and a continuation of that move. The last market that I want to take a look at is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has been in a sell-off. There's a lot of drama happening around the FTX.com exchange, and we've seen some selling coming into the crypto market. And I like this level that the market has put here. So it's in and around the 18.5 to 19,000. We can see that we slightly tried to pull back into it and then sold off before. My plan for this market is, if we could see another pullback, I'd like to see a deeper pullback on this market and then a rollover and a break of this level. So I'd like to see that there's no more buyers looking to buy around that 15,000 area, and then I'll be looking for a continuation of the move. So a move higher and then a breakdown through that level again. If, however, we will not pull back into that area, then I'll be looking at a break of this level around the 15,600-ish. So if I move into the 4 hours, we could see that a bit clearer. So what we've got two touches at this area, so it will be a bit clearer. Let's say on the 1 hour, we can see those touches. So you can see we came down, rejected, came down again, rejected, came down, and then we started to trade higher, and now we're pulling down. So what I'd like to see is a compressions of price on that level before I'll be looking for a potential break and a continuation of the move, because currently we have moved quite a lot from this area to look for a continuation straight up. I'd like to see some compressions of price first. So I'm looking for sell opportunities on the Bitcoin market. Ether is pretty much looking the same, so I'm looking at that direction there as well. Happy trading, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon.